What? Okay, sorry. I'm here. I was trying to take care of something that happened right before the stream, okay? I'm sorry. And there's like there's a bunch of things trying to get my attention right now and I'm like, why does this happen right when I started stream? Okay, hello. Hello. I had a bunch of stuff going on, okay? Look, I'm sorry. I'm here. I'll get the head patch to you 1 second. But hello, everyone. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm early late. Well, I'm technically late because, like, I usually start at 10. Pay attention to me, Mr. Stringer. I know I needed to say thank you so much for the 33 months with the T2. Thank you, Axum. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Axum. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, everyone, though. Tonight, I said we were going to go over the story on Saturday, but I ended up having to cancel yesterday because I was not feeling good. And I needed to just rest and do like non-streamer stuff, and I still play the game, but I just needed to I needed to not stream, but I needed to like rest. Stress, it wasn't like, it was more like a stress sickness, I don't know. I don't know what came over me. I don't. And I couldn't focus yesterday. You're quitting the game? Yeah, I'm quitting Final Fantasy 14. I fucking hate Dawntrail. It's the worst expansion ever. You're right, Kobo. That's what's happened. I definitely didn't spend all of yesterday leveling my Pictomancer to 97 from 80. Or like it was like 83. And Kai's life greatly improved from that point. No, that sounds like a D grade. That sounds like a D grade. He's moving to the superior Dawntrail, aka Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Yeah, exactly. You got me. There's so much extra time now. Are you implying that I want extra time? Are you implying something? I went to a life of gacha. Yo, that sounds fucking worse. Yo, that sounds worse. That sounds worse. That sounds worse. 1 second. I need to check something. Okay, sorry. I had to respond to something. Which, I need to say hi first. But I will explain why I'm late and also why I'm, like, semi not responding. Like, or I'm slightly distracted. But hi, GT. Hi, Kumiko. Hi, Soulcron. Hi, hi, Soul. I'm just gonna say Soul because you change your name all the fucking time to different Soul versions of stuff. So I'm just gonna say Soul. Hi, Shinobu. Hi, Shion. Hi, Akuru. Hi, Solu. Hi, Seraphim. Hi, Kobo. Hi, Axum. Hi, Steel Lorraine. Hi, Varsity. Hi, Tatsuki. Hi, Zeris. Hi, Makoto. Hi, Kajat. Who am I missing? Varsity, thank you for that sub to Makoto. I appreciate it. Hi, Videro. Hi, Master Viking. Hi, Myverd. Okay. So, what I was going to say was I have a reason why I have been distracted though a lot lately. And especially yesterday and today. I will show it 1 second. I have a very valid reason. and partially why I'm distracted right now. And I need to respond now rather than later. Hold on, let me pull it up. Where is it? Shit. It's not showing up for some reason. Why is it not showing up? Why the fuck isn't it showing up? Why do you not detect this window? Okay. It's finally happening. It has been in the works for over a year. It has been in the works for over a fucking year. Okay? There is a new outfit finally coming. I've been we have had issues that have come up that have delayed it, but we finally got it together. And there's other stuff too. There is actually technically 2 outfits. There's technically 2 outfits, and it's going to be on my birthday. And there is also other stuff. There will be merch. There's other stuff and whatnot. And we're going to be doing it on the 20th at 7 p.m. PDT, which is basically right now. I've been trying to get everything together and ready, and it's coming. Okay. I am sorry that I'm sorry that I maybe seem distracted, but I'm trying to respond to my rigor right now so that everything goes smoothly and that still happens. But yes, I am. We're gonna have my birthday stream and a new model, new VR chat avatar. No, that maybe is coming in the future. That is maybe coming in the future, but Trust me, it's good. Trust me, it's good. You can't see everything because I'm leaving the best stuff for later. The unzip is fucking ridiculous. I am so happy with how she got it done. That is why it's being used as the reveal. But you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. But yes, on Saturday, here's the link so you guys know. Make sure to be here if you want to see it. We have been working on it for over almost a year. Tummy. The tummy has actually been upgraded. I will tell you this. The tummy has been upgraded. You will see the details better when it's actually on your screen. We actually like we upgraded a bunch of stuff. This is actually like straight up an upgrade almost across the board on everything. I'm not kidding. Like it will be hard not to use like the new outfits or with anything else. Like, I don't even know if I'll want to use any of my other outfits again after this. 6-pack slider? I don't know about that. Now pregnant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? If it was a pregnant toggle, that's... Look, this is not Luigi pregnant, like, vibes, okay? We're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going there. Anyhow. Hi, guys. We're not? No, we're not going there. 1 second. I'm reading something. Give me a second. Okay, what's your EX totem count? It's 40. Okay, so what I've been doing though yesterday is I was leveling Pictomancer pretty much like all day. I got a lot of my fates and stuff done. But for tonight's stream, I'm not doing that. Okay, just to be clear, I'm getting closer to getting this done. We actually have quite a bit leveled. We even have like samurai and stuff like that. But tonight's stream, I did want to go over story stuff. I do want to go over story stuff. Summon Kaidaru as your second head? For what? The hoodie arc ends? Oh, no. No, you don't understand. The hoodie arc is not going anywhere. The hoodie arc is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I just want to say DT is immediately fun, and I hope... I already knew that was going to be his answer, so I didn't even have to read the rest of it. Like, I actually... like, I'm just going to be honest. I know what Varsity likes, so I don't even have to read the rest of what he just said, and I can already assume a lot of things. Like, I understand Varsity. Look, it's I get it. Your anime shonen protagonist thing, it's understandable. We're not gonna change your mind. Good, the hoodie arc is not ending. Does it look like the hoodie arc is ending? Do you see what's on there? What do you think's on there? Is being unzipped? What do you think's being unzipped? Kai be spoiling us today? Yeah. Okay. So like I was saying, tonight I want though to I want to go over all of the story stuff that I wanted to talk about. This is basically, I'm giving the fair warning that you guys have had 2 weeks. I am being unrestricted about my spoilers tonight and anything that I talk about. I'm not going to stop you from giving your opinion, but if you have any problem with my opinion and you start something about it, we're going to remove you from chat. Because I've already seen some people that get very upset, not necessarily in chat, but like on various other places, when you say anything that is negative or like you say even some positive stuff. I've seen people get fucking pissed about. But if you're going to get upset about that stuff, I'm going to remove you, first of all. So I'm just gonna get that out of the fucking way. But I want to talk about thorough, like, I don't know if it'll be thorough, but I'll be like my general, like, overall opinions on very, like, specific stuff within the whole entire Dawntrail and whatnot. And that's what my primary thing I wanted to do yesterday was. So we're just gonna do that tonight instead. It's been 2 weeks. That is the cutoff generally for me, is if it's beyond 2 weeks, then I mean, tough fucking luck at that point. Like, if you don't want to be spoiled, just don't be here, right? But we also have the raids here coming out on a normal mode on Tuesday, so I feel this is the most appropriate time to talk about this. So I do want to say, I'm not just talking about the story. I just want to talk about launch in general. I want to talk about the new jobs. I want to talk about, like, pretty much everything, like zones, like every single thing about, like, that I can think of. I'm gonna try and talk about. But the main focus is obviously on story for tonight. So without further ado, where do I start? Let's start with this. Let's start with the two jobs. Let's start with the two jobs. I think that's a very neutral place to start. I'm gonna start with Viper. I don't think it should be anything like of a surprise. This is my favorite thing from the expansion by far. That is why I probably feel so strongly about when I was upset about the changes and I don't want them, is I feel this job is where I want it to be. There are minor changes that I can see with it, and you guys have brought up that I actually think is reasonable, but it is exactly what I wanted. It is super fucking fast. It is easy for the sense of, like, if you need to, like, pick it up, I feel it's easy. There might be some, like, hurdles at first if you are slow with it and you can't, like, do something that's fast. But for the most part, I feel like it's easy enough that it's, like, understandable, because press the special button and go through the rotation. There's, like, some small things you can do to make, like, optimization and, like, do a little bit more damage. But for the most part, I think aesthetically, I think the animations, I think most, like, of the functionality is good. The only thing like I said, I've heard from you guys that I mostly feel is an issue is, like, Swiftskins Coil, Hunter's Coil should be on the same button as Swiftskins Den and Hunter's Den. They should just share the same button. If you push the AoE of Pit of Dread or you hit Dreadwinder, like, either of these two should activate these and switch them out. That is a absolutely fair statement. I think it's kind of pointless to have these two separate, like, sets of buttons. It just makes things more crowded. Functionality wise, once you're locked into the AoE or the single target for either one of these, it's good. One little small nitpick I would probably change besides this is I feel Noxus Nash could be maybe 25 seconds or 30 seconds versus the 20 seconds. I can work with the 20 seconds, but I mean, 25 or 30, I don't feel like it's a big, like, hurdle or change that would be an issue. That's my only other, like, major, like, feedback is I think Noxus Nash is sometimes fucking annoying to upkeep, but I can deal with it. It's just another thing to, like, run through your bar on upkeeping, and it's more of how do I prioritize using other stuff more, or making it so, like, the most of my refreshes come from Dreadwinder versus having to use Dread Fangs. Otherwise, that's like my general assessment so far of Viper. Yeah. The story comp stuff is fine. The writing and execution of the cutscenes is a major issue. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. But hi, Silvernode. All right, but what's your overall conversational take on Baja Blast? Baja Blast is the greatest soda ever. If anyone tells you Dr. Pepper is better than Baja Blast, they're a psychopath. Don't listen to Varsity. He's a bad person because he likes Dr. Pepper. Definitely bad takes on Dr. Pepper all around, and only Baja is the best. That's my answer. Not sellout because I don't get paid, and I'd endorse it either way. And speaking of which, I have a cool, nice Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero right in my hands. Watch. Oh. I need a recipe for an alcoholic beverage. Oh, I got a problem, Maxim. I got a problem, Maxim. I don't know how to make alcohol because I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink. So I have no ability to give you a suggestion. The only thing I've ever heard of is people mixing in rum. Anyhow, and it has code red. Code red will happen later, Xeris. It will not be there immediately at the start. I need to there's some stuff we have to do to fix that. Basically there's some exporting issues that's preventing code red from working right now. You said, and it has code. Oh, I read that wrong. Whoops. Whoops. I said the wrong thing. Okay. I thought I read code right. I don't. Okay. Is it a form of dyslexia that like you put words where that are there and like you like insert like words into something, like where I like read right as red? Is it streamer brain? Like I can't figure it out at this point because sometimes I just like start reading something and then like I say it incorrect. Your code wrong. Fuck. Okay. I'm sorry. 1 second. I gotta look at something. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Pictomancer. That is partially why I was leveling this, so I could actually talk about this. This, I'm not kidding, is the best caster, in my opinion, they have ever created. And it is not from a DPS standpoint. I've only been playing this in dungeons and fates. Picto is insanely fun, at least up to 97. I don't want to talk about the damage, but it is probably the most fun caster I've ever played, and I was honestly sitting there in disbelief playing this job. I thought I was gonna fucking hate it. The reason I thought I was gonna hate it was because of how slow it takes to do the motifs when you're in combat. But I have gotten used to dealing with that, and it's fine. I wish there was a way to like basically do some instant casts of the motifs besides swift cast, and maybe that'll come later. And I don't know, maybe there's something at higher than 97, or I'm like missing something. But like I hope that like if job wise they may like integrate something to make motifs go faster, and that's where I feel like it's maybe missing a bit. But I feel like generally it feels really fucking fun to play it. Like I'm not gonna talk about the potencies because like I'm not playing at level cap. Picto super fun, my favorite caster job overall. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, I actually like straight up was convinced. I was like, man, I like Viper and Picto so much. Legitimately for Viper and Picto, I feel like this is like every expansion they've made a new job. I feel like I've enjoyed them. I think Reaper was made really well. I think Sage was made really well. And this expansion, it feels like it is a natural progression of like they've gotten better at making jobs. And the same thing was like Gunbreaker felt really good. And I'm not a big advocate of Dancer because like I don't play ranged DPS that much, but like I don't think it was made poorly. But Red Mage and Samurai, I liked Samurai obviously, but Red Mage I didn't like so much. And then like I just feel like there's naturally been like a better and better progression each expansion. Like, and that's naturally what you should expect, right? But overall, anytime I play Picto, I feel like it plays really well. Like, most of its casts feel like they're very fluid. The motifs are literally the only thing that I can see being an issue. And I'm curious how they'll play in something that's like faster paced, like Ultimate or Savage. But at least from what I've played for it so far, it feels good. In dungeons, it feels stupid overpowered. And I think the reason is because if you clear a pack, you get to instantly use your motifs, right? And because you're out of combat. And that means like anytime you're entering combat, if you're constantly entering and exiting combat, you're constantly refreshing your motifs in like a really like quick way. So for me, like, I think it feels really damn good. I don't really know. I don't have any major criticisms outside of like, I hope they make instant cast motifs or like sped up motifs in the future in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. You love hitting 110k direct hits on a boss with Maiden Lafma. Oh, is that the thing that's like you get all 4 like stamp things? Where is it? This one? Maydeen. Retribution of Maydeen. Yeah. I don't know. Wait, how do you... Oh, no. Okay, this is like the single like use. Okay. Yeah, never mind. No. Okay. I don't know. It feels... I understand where people say it's like stupidly busted because of the potencies. I mean, I've seen Pictomancer like damage, right? It's not that I'm like misunderstanding that to any degree when I do see logs, because I don't think Pictomancer should be #1 DPS. I don't really know how to like undo that outside of saying buff everyone else, because that's just how SE tends to like operate. Is they never nerf classes, or they very rarely nerf classes. But regardless of potencies, I'm not at the stage where I'm like worrying about that. I'm just playing the job. I feel like it feels and really fun to play. Like, it's really, 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 really made well, in my opinion. Kia, thank you for the 5 stream streak. I think it makes Black Mage obsolete. I agree. I hate Black Mage. I hate playing most casters, but I have completely like changed my mind from a caster's perspective by playing this. I will probably play this more often than any other caster because it just feels good to play. Now, granted, I have not played New Summoner even since Endwalker outside of PvP. So maybe I would feel similar about that, but like, I mean, most people say it's like stupid easy, push one button, go through kind of thing, right? It's just... I think the thing for Black Mage is I hate how much hard casting there is. And the hard casting that you do during Pictomancer, it doesn't feel that bad because it feels like it has a really fucking powerful attack behind it. Where on Black Mage, I feel like I'm like constantly hard casting my Fire 4s. And I know, like I said, that there are hard casts, even like when you use like the Blizz, like what is it? When you use your subtraction palette, like it makes obviously the cast times longer for like these versus like the regular ones. It doesn't bother me for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because of all the off GCDs that it has versus like Black Mage. I feel like I'm only doing GCD casts. Even like their big attacks are like on GCD casts, right? Like the hammer is definitely not like on it, but how do I explain this? You can definitely manage Black Mage by like using like triple cast and stuff like that to get around like needing instant cast. It feels like it's something about that doesn't feel right to me. I don't know why. Summon is great, just straightforward. Raid buff, plus heal, plus group shield, crazy DPS. Yeah. Summon is a P range, physical range in disguise. I just haven't played it yet, so Yeah, that's my general assessment of like how, like, when I've been playing Picto so far. Obviously, I haven't played it in the trials yet because I'm still 97 and I'm just doing dungeons stuff, but it feels fun to play. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel differently if I try it in the trials. Okay. What else is in the launch? Graphics update. Graphics update's going to encompass pretty much like all the dyes and stuff like that when I talk about it. So for the graphics update, I think it looks amazing. All my worries have been dwindled. I have no worries. I feel like it's a massive upgrade for the game, especially for like the material standpoint. All the reflective textures, all the like major looks of most of the characters look better. Like, I feel like overall it's a massive upgrade. The one parts that I will say is when you're like zoomed out and you're like walking around and you're like in a city and there's a bunch of people out there, it doesn't look dramatically that much different, but that's from a zoomed out standpoint. Like, I feel like where you really see something shine is when you see something up close, because in the past, stuff didn't look good when you're like up close. It felt like worse. It felt worse to look at. Like, I mean, look at how Graha's arm used to look in Shadowbringers, where it was like super pixelated. It looked bad. Like, I don't even know if that's fixed, actually. But there is nothing that looks like it's low res to me, unless it's something from like an older expansion or isn't in the new expansion. I haven't seen anything that's like low res. It's like new expansion stuff. All the character like animations and stuff look great. As far as the two die system, I'll include that in this. The 2 die system is questionable at times, but it's great in others. It's very hit or miss depending on the piece. I think a lot of the older pieces, it's very like mixed with and doesn't feel great with. But I will say that the 2 die system makes me think, when is the 3 die system happening? When is the 3 die system happening? Yeah, I'd say that's like my I think that's my general like kind of assessment of the graphics update. Overall good, and mostly like everything looks good, but we need 3 die system now. Don't worry, SE CS3 knew that was coming. Oh yeah, it is. Underappreciated person. No, I like it. I'm happy. But like, come on, man. Look at this. This is the one that I'm like, oh god, that's it. Come on, man. Why do they do this? Why do they do this? This is like, we need 3 die system for this. It's not right. Something ain't right here, bro. You know what? The 3 die system, they would make it so the metal piece dies. They would make it so the metal piece dies. That's the terrible part. So like, for me, I don't even know if that's the answer. There's other pieces though, like, oh yeah, hold on, I'll show you. Here's the other ones. Let me unglamour this. Okay, this is like the other one that I'd like kind of critique. I think these look really cool, by the way. I don't want to like, I'm not criticizing them outside of like I wish I could dye more stuff. So like I switch this to like this color, right? And then this is like controls like the undershirt, but I wish I could change the yellow or like the blue even. The yellow is probably like the bigger thing. But I wish I could change the yellow specifically and then the blue right there. I like this glam a lot. I think it's really good, but from like a complete usability standpoint to like give me full control, I would want that yellow to be dyeable. There's the same thing with like the aiming jacket, I think, for this set. Where is it? Here it is. Was that striking? Okay, sorry, striking. I think you have a lot of the same problems here. with the striking set, if you look at how it kind of like picks the colors, like that is just that little piece right there. And then when you're like modifying these, like look at that, like you still have the orange and like this big black piece that can't really be like modified. Granted, I know there's a ton of dyes and stuff going on there. It's just, it's really difficult to still use some of the stuff. Even if we do have more options, it's hard to use it. You know what I mean? Oh, the striking trousers is bugged. Oh, really? Is it? But yeah, that's probably like my other like little bit of pet peeve on some of like the dyeing. Like it's good that there's two options, but I wish it like covered bigger pieces almost. Or like we could do a little bit more with this. The second dye doesn't show. Oh, it doesn't. Do I have the legs? Let me see. I have the aiming legs. Is it broken on the aiming too? Shit. Because I would assume aiming is the same as striking. So red. Oh. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I think it's the same thing for aiming. Yeah, it looks like second dye doesn't work. Yeah, the second dye doesn't work for aiming. I don't see it doing anything. Yeah. So striking and aiming both share the same like look. So that would make sense. So yeah. That definitely is an issue there too. Looks like. All the boxes are checked out. Oh, okay, sorry. I think the dark colors are going to be king for futuristic stuff. Oh, yeah. On that stuff, like I think it looks way better on darker stuff than not. Okay. So that was graphics update. What else? Okay, so the actual like launch stuff. Also, hi Queens, I see you. What if I told you it does work? We just can't see it with the human. So are you saying you have to be a dog? What the dog doing? Okay, anyhow. Yeah, I want to talk about the actual like launch itself, like the smoothest of launch. I actually think this is like one of the smoothest launches we've ever had. We didn't have any major DCing, at least from what I saw. The queue was long versus like couple days, but that's to be expected. If you were online, I felt like you mostly stayed online, at least on Aether. It feels like even though like we have to be segregated right now, it still feels like everything is going well. I don't have any complaints really about the actual like login issues or like server shutdown issues. Like none of that seems to be an issue. By the sounds of it, there were some issues on like PlayStation and Xbox, but it didn't seem like I said, on Sarg, we ever had any issues. It was better than Endwalker. It was better than Stormblood. It was better than, I think, Heaven's Ward and ARR. But I think Shadowbringers was incredibly smooth too. So I think between Shadowbringers and Dawntrail, those are probably like the smoothest launches we've ever had. Heaven's Ward was probably the third smoothest, but I give them big props for doing the right thing, whatever, to mostly mitigate the issues. It seems like even DDoS was not a problem. That was like one of my biggest fears, like going into the expansion, was DDoS was going to be an issue because of all the people that were like trying to DDoS the servers. And yeah, the highest I had in queue as peak was 1,900. And to me, that's not that bad compared to like the 10,000s we used to see, right? So I would say from a launch standpoint, I feel like they did a really good job. I don't have any like qualms or issues with what was like going on. I thought it was overall good. Okay. Now let's talk about, I think next important thing is the story. Okay. This might take a while. All right. I'm going to preface this as saying, this is why it's going to be the most important talking point. The whole entire story is entirely like revolving around you making sure that you like Wicklamat. I've already said this before when we were playing it. I've said it at the end when I had went through it. If you don't like Wicklamat, you will not like the story. If you like Wicklamat, you have a good chance of liking the story. I think it is highly dependent on that. That is my... I know this has like been parroted by so many other people or said by so many other people, but I'm going to be very clear on this. That is the contingent, like the thing that is dependent here. I understand that some people like this character. I understand some people hate this fucking character. I don't want to say I hate the character, but I am disappointed in things about the character. And I want to be clear on this. I actually don't hate the voice acting. I've heard people say this. I don't actually mind the voice acting that much. There are times where it rather feels flat, but I actually think the reason it feels flat is because of the fact that you have bad direction from Square Enix and or someone that is in charge of the voice direction that is not giving them enough information so that they can know what to say and how to say it and kind of what's going on. I have a specific instance that I want to show that is related to this. So give me 1 second. You played in JP and Ian, and I definitely feel JP was much more emotional. And yeah, I've heard this. So I want to be clear. I play in English. I cannot give you guys a assessment of it in any other language. I don't want to assess it any other way because that's how I interpret the game. Now, some people can say that that's the inferior way of watching it. It's a Japanese game. I personally think that English is the most popular language for the game, so it should be done properly in English and Japanese. It is a Japanese developed game. It should be done well in Japanese. It should be done well in English. Obviously, it should be done well in every language, but if you had less or so in the other languages that are not like as popular within the game, I could understand why that would happen because of just, you know, it's a business, right? But to me, being that English is, I guarantee, the most popular like language for the game, more than Japanese, because you have to remember that there's Europe and the United States and all of North America. Like, there is no way in my mind, and Australia too, right? Like, there's even like in Southeast Asia English speaking countries, right? But like, that's why I feel it's important for both of them to be strong. I felt like in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, the voice acting in English is just fucking insane. I've never felt the voice acting was ever a problem in any way, shape, or form in any other expansion outside of ARR. Elise was fucking annoying, but like, that's Elise. Let me show something that why I feel this is a directional standpoint, though. I do not fault the voice actor. Oh god, I'm listening to myself. Stop it, Kai! Shut up! Mute! Okay, why don't we fix it? Where are you? Okay. It's in here. Let me bring it up now.
I must have, like, stood it in something in that kind of. Oh.
It's about to happen. This.
Is this a rift in reality? Has she lost control of the power?
I don't think they got direction here.
No.
Sting, listen to me.
It's look at the mouth flaps.
I understand.
Look.
I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course.
That right there, I don't even have to watch the rest of it. It's bad. That is bad. That is not the voice actor's fault. That is syncing. That's direction. That is the cutscene itself. This is, like, to me, this makes this worse. And that's why I say I cannot fault the voice actor. A lot of what this is, I fault SE. And SE not giving them directions. I've heard that the Scions even barely get direction in a lot of their other scenes. There is another issue. There's another issue. Let me show it. That is with Y'shtola. There's another issue. Shut up. Let me show it. No, shut up, Kai. Where is it? Fake Kai versus real Kai.